Hey guys, so for my second current event, I was looking up on Ed Weekly or Ed Week um, things about ELLs, and I found something a quiz that was titled "How much do you know about English language learners?" And so I took it because I was curious, and it gave me 8 questions. And I have them in a document here if you wanted to, and I have the link if you wanted to take it. And I got a 75%, so I passed, but I only got 6 out of 8, which I thought was interesting. So 2 of the ones that I got incorrect were true or false. A majority of English language learners arrive in the United States as immigrants. I put true. That was incorrect. So a majority of the English language learners don't arrive in the United States as immigrants, which I thought was surprising. So that means that they're either being born in the United States and still not learning how to speak English and are being labeled as English language learners, or some other outlying reason. And then the other question that I got incorrect was number 8, which was what percentage of high school English language learners in the United States graduated on time during the 2013-14 school year. I selected 35% because I thought it would be an overall low rate, but it was actually higher than I thought. The answer was 63%, which is still a low number, but in comparison to what I thought, it was higher, and which is good. I mean, it could be worse. And then I found another link for this article. Someone else mentioned it in another article, which I have listed. It was an article on a website called Philippine Basic Education. And so on that website, they talk about how important the quiz is and how these are really common questions that are asked in the ELL world. Not necessarily, I know one of them requires knowledge on a certain state, so not necessarily that certain state that they mention in the question, but if you are an ELL teacher, you need to know that sort of fact in your state. So the example is, the question was, in Nevada, state administrators estimate that blank of the state's 35,000 plus English language learners will be identified as proficient enough to move out of all language development courses in the 2017-18 school year. And so you have to estimate the percent. So obviously I didn't know the information about Nevada, but if I were to become an ELL teacher in PA, that is something that I should know about and keep up to date on. So I just thought that this article was kind of interesting, putting into perspective all the statistics and common things I would need to know if I were to teach in this state and to be an ELL teacher. And there was also a quote in the article that I liked. It says, "Bear in mind that the wonderful things you learn in your schools are the work of many generations, produced by enthusiastic effort and infinite labor in every country of the world. All this is put into your hands as your inheritance in order that you may receive it, honor it, add to it, and one day faithfully hand it to your children. Thus do we mortals achieve immortality in the permanent things which we create in common." Albert Einstein. So I really liked that quote, and it really sunk into me with the fact that it's not just us working together as a country under one language, it's us together as a world, and we need to combine every effort and everything that each culture and language and country has kind of produced and intertwine them together and work collaboratively. So that's kind of the stuff that I got out of this article. Even though it was mostly a quiz, it had a lot of beneficial facts, and it kind of opened my eyes to thinking about all the facts you need to know as an ELL teacher, which you don't really think about when you're teaching. So I thought it was interesting, and there are links there if you want to check it out.